Something has to change if I want to live from my art. Here's how I'm going to become a full-time artist in 365 days. Hi, my name is Maya. I'm 27 years old and I moved from Germany to Barcelona to become a full-time artist. Right now, I'm still working in a corporate job, which really limits the time and energy I can put into my own business. I launched my online shop about 2 months ago and I actually sold some prints and originals, which is still so crazy to me. And I also got monetized on YouTube in October, but I haven't reached the threshold yet, so I didn't really get a payment yet. You can check out my previous video where I showed you how much I made in my first full month. I've been working towards this goal of becoming a full-time artist since I can remember. I always wanted to be my own boss and decide what I will do. And I also wanted to do always something creative because this is really my biggest passion. After I finished school, which was already like 7 years ago, which is so crazy, I tried to take this a little bit more seriously and I started to work as a freelancer in Germany, where I created vector illustrations for clients, for websites, blogs, apps, and more. And it was a really great time. I had a lot of fun doing this and I was actually self-employed for a while, but this didn't take so long because it was just not enough money to survive. But it was a really nice time and I made a lot of experiences there. So you can see a lot has happened already, but it still feels like I'm just at the beginning of my journey. So why do I think something needs to change? Even though I reached some really great milestones, it still feels like I'm in the same place financially. Launching an online shop or being monetized on YouTube doesn't mean that you suddenly be able to earn so much money that you can make a living out of it. And there's definitely still a long way for me to go to be finally self-employed here in Barcelona and to become a full-time artist. And sometimes when I think about it, it feels like a miracle need to happen to be able to one day quit my full-time job because, like I said, I'm just at the beginning. And there's so much that need to happen in 1 year to be able to maybe finally quit my full-time job. But in my opinion, it is really important that we set ourselves ambitious goals so that we push a little bit harder, work hard enough to reach these goals. Because even if I don't reach this goal after 365 days, then I'm still a lot closer than I have been before and I will continue working on that. So I want to set this goal for me in this year and I want to do everything I can to maybe reach it, even though right now it feels kind of impossible. So instead of waiting for the perfect moment or a miracle to happen, I decided to make a clear plan that I can follow this year. And these are the steps that I want to focus on in this year. Step 1, build reach and visibility. The first and probably the most important thing that I need right now is reach. More people need to see my work, the process behind it, and get to know me better. As always, I want to focus on YouTube videos because I love this so much. It makes so much fun and I don't want to upload more videos because 1 per week is definitely enough and I'm already overwhelmed, but I want to continue this streak and upload every Sunday at 6 p.m. But I also want to include social media more, like TikTok and Instagram and maybe other platforms. I think Instagram is probably the most important out there. I know that a lot of artists also struggle with that and are not the biggest fan, but also on the other hand, a lot of other artists have a big success there and it is a good platform to get your work out there and I feel like I need to push there a little bit more. I often get overwhelmed there because I'm not really used to short form content. I prefer definitely long form content. So sometimes I feel really lost and I don't know what I should upload and how I make the people watching my videos because I don't know, it's different. But I decided I don't want to overthink it anymore. I just want to push my work outside and show it to everyone and don't really think about what people could think about me or my work and do the things where I have the most fun with. And I think over time you will realize what kind of videos you can do, what you like the most and also what maybe works best for you. And then eventually you will find your own style. That was the same with my YouTube videos. Also there I felt really lost at the beginning and I didn't know what to upload and how I can make my videos. But after some time you will get closer to the person you are and you will find your own style in your video editing or how you make your videos, everything, how you do your thumbnails. This all will improve over time and it definitely is a progress, and it's not like overnight you will have success or you will have a perfect style. It's the same with art as well. Your art style will change over time as well and it's always developing. I don't want to stress about this anymore so much. With the whole Instagram thing, I will just upload and definitely just start. This is the most important thing. Once more people actually seeing what I'm doing, the next step is turning this into something sustainable. Step 2, sell art in a sustainable way. I have to be honest, right now I can't afford expensive systems or big upfront investments. So I decided at the moment I want to focus on small original paintings like this one actually. And this is now live in my online shop, by the way. You can check out the link in the video description. But I really love these small paintings and now I want to make a few more where I already frame it in a floating frame because I think this looks really cute and nice and I want to do more of these. And this is for me not so expensive. I mean the frame is also a bit of expensive, but I think it looks way cooler with the frame. But yeah, I mean, it's not so expensive like a really big canvas, like art prints, because before I can sell art prints I need to digitize a painting just for a small size. The regular originals that you can see in my online shop, it costs me around 80 or 90 euros to just digitize the artwork, and then I have only the digital file. I don't have the print yet and there's so much more that I need to buy and prepare, so it's a lot of costs and I don't really get it in again after that. I mean not directly, because maybe they will sell over time, but not directly when I put it online, that maybe 30 people will buy it and then like the investment was worth it. But this leads to a stop and I need to save more money again to finally be able to maybe buy a new canvas and so on. So I want to focus on that, like mini originals and also the little lemonies that I really love to do, and maybe do it also step by step. So I have one and then I promote it a little bit in my video, for example like here, or I don't know, on Instagram, and show the process, how I did the painting and maybe the thoughts about the painting, why I painted it, so people can resonate with it, and then once it's sold I can invest in a new one. So like this I can keep it up and continue with investing and painting new things. So no big series at the moment and no expensive digitizing because this kind of stops my growth at the moment. Just a simple system that allows me to keep going without losing money. While selling art is my biggest dream and also a big part of like my business, I don't want to rely on just one income stream. Step 3, build predictable income streams. So YouTube is already monetized, which is really nice, but the amount that I get from this is really small. So far I didn't reach the threshold and it takes me like a few months and then I can have the first payout of 70 euros. But then after that I need to reach the 70 euros again to get a next payout. So it will take always a few months until I get a final payment, and that's difficult to live from that. I'm really happy for these few euros. It's really nice. And this pays already like my internet or my electricity bill, and this is really cool. But my goal is to slowly grow into a real monthly income. So I want to build up also Substack, which I already did. So you can find a link in my video description to my Substack. This is really cool, I think, because you can subscribe if you want to my Substack. It's 5 euros per month and I want to upload 3 posts per month to bring you value and give you a lot of insights about my freelancing career and about how I make my videos or how I make my paintings. I feel like I can do this a little bit better when I write it down. I can go more into detail and make it more clear, I think, than speaking directly to the camera. So I also really love to write and I want to do it more often. You can also subscribe and use the free version. Then you will get also 1 blog post per month and where I write a bit more about my story, why, for example, I moved from Germany to Barcelona and and what are the thoughts and emotions behind my paintings and so on. So I think this is a really nice platform to connect with you a bit more, and also maybe in the future to have a reliable income stream where I know that this month I will have this amount of money, which helps me to plan my investments and also to know that I will get this money and I can build it up from this, because it's really important that you are able to make enough money and that you know that you will get this money before you quit your full-time job. Having something like this, like a subscription or a regular YouTube payment like this, I can know, okay, I will get the next few months the kind of the same amount of money and I can maybe quit my full-time job, which is at the moment still far away, but you get the point. So on Substack, you don't find some quick tips, but real behind-the-scenes knowledge from building an art business. But still, building something like this takes time. So I need something that supports me along the way. Step 4, use freelancing as support, not pressure. So I've worked as a freelancer before and I want to do this again, but this time intentionally and definitely not full-time. In the time where I did this full-time, I realized that this is still not the thing that I want to do forever, because I still needed to work for someone else. Even though it was way better work, I could work whenever I wanted and also where I wanted, which was really, really cool. But especially on platforms like Fiverr, you need to deal with really, really annoying people. It was definitely crazy sometimes. Especially at the beginning, it was very hard. You need to make yourself a name on the platform first. And I worked many, many hours to just earn €3 at the end. So that was not so nice. But later on, I was able to get clients outside of the platform and I earned definitely way more. And it was really good payment and I couldn't complain. It was really great. You never know when the next client will come and if they pay so good. So this makes the whole thing also really unpredictable and stressful sometimes. But I want to integrate this in my life again in this year. From time to time, I want to make some client projects. I will probably check out platforms again like Fiverr, but just to grow a bit again, and hopefully soon I can also work with clients here in Barcelona. So I will build a website for this and a portfolio, and maybe also start an Instagram for this kind of work as well, just as a way to support my income while I'm building my own art business. Another big part why I need to make this work this year is the financial part. Step 5, reduce financial pressure. And again, I want to be honest, I have still some debts at the moment and I need to repay a lot, because recently I moved to this new apartment, which is way bigger than before and also more expensive. And especially here in Spain, it is really, really hard to find an apartment, and also you need to pay a lot of deposit. It was around €5,000 that you needed to pay, and later on we will get something back, of course, but we don't want to move out at the moment and then you need to pay it again for the next apartment. Also, my new studio is way more expensive than before, and also there I needed to pay a lot of deposit. So I don't want to go into detail with that, but sometimes there's a lot of pressure for me, and this doesn't really help, obviously. It's difficult then to invest in my paintings and in my passion. And also, of course, the pressure is not so nice. So getting rid of it is a big priority for me, because less financial pressure means more creative freedom and better decisions. But this journey isn't just about money or productivity. Step 6, enjoy the process and stay human. All these steps are really a lot and even more work than before, and I'm already kind of drowning in work, but I want to make it really intentionally and keep an eye on my mental health and my health in general. I'm just reading a book at the moment about burnout, and there's also a test, and this is focused on the workplace, which is for me my corporate job, I would say, because all these other things I do on the side, and my corporate job is unfortunately the main point and where I spend also most of my time. And according to the test in the book, there are not really good factors in this job for me, and I'm definitely looking for something else at the moment, which will help me already with my mental health, I think. And I really want to look out for not getting burnout or releasing the pressure of all these points. So I think having this structured step-by-step guide will help me a lot, but I will make sure to focus on being healthy while I'm doing this and pursue all my goals. goals and making some breaks and stepping back when it's not possible to maintain like my upload plan or anything. So this is definitely the biggest step, I would say, to keep a focus on that and to really enjoy the process and the creating part. I would say I'm already living my dream. I can live in Barcelona, I can paint, I have my studio, and even though I want more, like being able to quit my corporate jobs, this is all I want, I shouldn't forget that I'm still here, I'm still doing all the things that I love, even though there's not so much time for it. I can still enjoy all the processes and having fun. So enjoy the process is really important for me. So now you know what you can expect in the next 365 days, and I invite you to stay with me and follow me on my journey, and let's reach our goals together. I will do everything I can to hopefully be there in 365 days. I will take you with me on this journey, and I will share the ups and downs with you, and I will keep you also updated. Maybe after 3 or 6 months I will make another video like this and make a little check if I'm on the right track or if I should change my goals or my steps, and also appreciate what we maybe have already accomplished. So if you are interested in following along, I would love to have you here, and see you next time.